could because people would buy it, and that was it. The transaction was finished. It was fair. The best way to make money on modern games is to make the best framework as a holder for these strategies. And companies have experimented with various methods to increase income over the years, from gacha loot boxes to pre-orders, console exclusives to battle passes, energy systems to just straight up selling power. And instead of hiring game designers, they hired psychologists to build habits, to reinforce addictive behaviors, to design gameplay loops which encourage spending. The problem was these techniques were never about the player having fun. They were about the user being monetized. And when a marketing executive pictures you playing a game, you aren't pictured smiling and laughing with friends. You're pictured opening your wallet and reaching for your credit card, because that's their goal. And eventually, the Pandora's box of abusive monetization strategies was so full of proven, effective techniques that making a game is often no longer about the game, at least not for the people in charge of the money. The game is now simply a life support system for as many of these systems as you can design into it. The game is a host, and the parasite of monetization has begun to take over, and the unfortunate reality is this works. Even with a breakout incredible success like Elden Ring, which won Game of the Year and sold over 18 million copies as of this video, at $60 a sale, that's over $1 billion in sales worldwide. That is still slightly shy of how much money Genshin Impact made this year. It is still shy of how much money FIFA Ultimate Team has made every year for the last 4 years. The reality is, when companies look at that pie chart of game development time and how they divide developer time or invested money, that big box of abusive monetization strategies, that Pandora's box of terribleness, is so effective, they would be hurting their own profit to not put at least some of the techniques in. The older designers simply didn't have the knowledge of this box, and even if they did, they didn't have the technology to act on it at the time. Modern design often puts the player into an awkward position where the game has spent more time focusing on the manipulative, abusive systems than it has on just being the best game it could be. So what is the exact choice which makes games feel wrong? Is it MapleStory's fault for adding gacha fun? Is it Oblivion's fault for the horse armor? Is it Dota's fault for the battle pass? FIFA's fault for the success of Ultimate Team? Is it Farmville's fault for mastering the addiction cycle? Or is it EA's fault for locking away Darth Vader? Unfortunately, it's kind of all of them. It's just the reality of games design today. You cannot close the lid on Pandora's box. Designers can't unknow the effectiveness of these techniques. And every game made for the rest of time has to either use them or actively choose to avoid them. So the exact choice that makes a game go from being the best it can possibly be to anti-player or anti-consumer is when a designer or a marketing executive stops thinking about how they can make the best game they're capable of and starts throwing some sly glances toward the box in the corner. And when they say, hey, this technique may not fit our game perfectly, but it's proven to make a lot of money.
Your skill has increased.
Do you think we could put it in our game? That is the moment any specific game goes downhill from what it could be from a player's perspective. And the worst part is that big evil box and all its dark design knowledge is constantly being
Your
added.
skill has increased.
And when you play a new game and spot the cash shop and the battle pass and the premium currency and the awkward pack size and the loot boxes and the exclusive levels, and when you just feel sad that the game didn't have to do that, that's when you know that the pie chart of design of this game had at least a small slice dedicated to that stupid box. A small slice focused on making the game a little bit anti-player in the name of a lot of profit. But personally, I also know it can be very cathartic to be angry at a thing instead of a concept. So let's all just collectively agree to blame the stupid horse. Cheers for watching. Another massive thank you to all the supporters on Patreon, Twitch and YouTube.
Your skill has increased.
Alive. You can support from only £1 a month. Check the description for links to the Patreon, Twitch, Twitter and our Discord. And as always, have a great day.
A 40k Darktide or other PC exclusives but don't have a
Your
PC,
skill has increased.
No problem, because Nvidia GeForce Now powered by Pentanet will let you do just that. It's free to try and a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a whole new PC rig. Click the links below to check out GeForce Now for free or stick around to the end of the video to learn more. Alright, let's start with a story. On June 12, 2014, Bungie uploaded their alpha build of Destiny to the PSN.
But no.
Want to
God
play
damn it.
Warhammer 40k Darktide or other PC exclusives but don't have a PC? Well, no problem, because NVIDIA GeForce Now powered by Pentanet will let you do just that. It's free to try and a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a whole new PC rig. Click the links below to check out GeForce Now for free or stick around to the end of the video to learn more. Alright, let's start with a story. On June 12, 2014, Bungie uploaded their alpha build of Destiny to the PSN. It was available for only 3 days, basically had only one strike, the Devil's Lair. I played that alpha for almost the entirety of those 3 days because it felt so fucking good to play it that I didn't care that I was doing the same shit over and over again. I was just happy to be feeling this gameplay.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the official release of Destiny, and things were a little better in the content department. The threadbare campaign with no story, only a handful of strikes and PvP maps, a horrible itemization system that saw us shooting into a cave in order to gear up, and basically no endgame outside of the Vault of Glass raid. By every reasonable, quantifiable metric, Destiny 1 at launch
Your
was
skill
a
has
bad
increased.
game, or at least well short of the lofty expectations we all held for it, given the pedigree of its developers, its development timeline, its budget, its promised roadmap, and how hyped up it had been. But despite all of that, I played the ever-living shit out of Destiny 1 because its gameplay was so good that I didn't care about how bad the rest of the overall package was. I could feel in my jellies that this was the real deal, and content in that gunplay, I played and patiently waited for the game's auxiliary systems to catch up. That process would take a year when Bungie would eventually release the Taken King expansion, upending almost every aspect of the game and setting it on the path to become the behemoth that it is today.
Your skill has
Playing through
increased.
Warhammer 40k Darktide, I feel like I'm back in 2014, playing a game that I know is unfinished and disappointing by almost every objective metric, but I'm playing it and playing it. The gameplay is so good that it's impossible to not see what this game will one day become when all of this other shit is fixed, patched in,
Your skill
smoothed
has
back,
increased.
expanded on, and juiced up. And much like Destiny, I cannot see the process of getting this game into shape taking any less than a full year. Darktide is a deeply compromised product on a technical level, even now, with significant improvements having been made since the horrific
Your
early
skill
access
has
release.
increased.
Darktide has a storyline that is perhaps the most lazy afterthought of any storyline I've experienced.
Wow. Ooh, dis!
So unrewarding,
Woo!
outdone only by the in-game experience.
Ooh.
It manages to
Your
be
skill
even
has
more
increased.
disappointing. Its entire progression economy is practically non-existent outside of a shop with a rotating inventory. Its mess of obscure icons and terminologies is never explained to you, making it impossible to understand what's an upgrade and what's not. The crafting system is literally half baked, since half of its functionality is still disabled at the time of writing.
Yeah, like I downloaded Darktide and I was like, nah, probably not. I knew inside of an hour that this was not a good game, and I was like, yeah, no, this piece of shit. This is like what EA would have made if they made Warhammer. I was like, nah.
Equipping are sold in the cash shop with currency.
I love that I have enough skill now to watch, to identify a cantankerous bastard for what it actually is.
With free
A
cosmetics-
large, fatty, cantankerous bastard with no actual fucking, like, value. It's like, man,
Your skill has
come on, man.
increased.
You shouldn't have fucked up Warhammer any more than it already was. We need good games. Come on, man. Like, I don't care if you're into Space Marines and you like fucking Halo. You didn't make a good game. Vermintide was a good game. This was not.
It's being simple recolorings of your drab basic armor.
Your skill
I
has
love me some Vermintide. Always have. I like Left 4 Dead. I like Vermintide. I always have. Those are great games. Like, you work with your friends or get swallowed and eaten by something and dragged off to your death in some vent somewhere where, assumedly the zombie fucking super boss, like, eats your fucking soul and rapes you. And, like, and it's sort of weird. It's like, that was kind of the whole thing, like Left 4 Dead and Vermintide. Don't let the kobolds or the zombies fucking, get you down, Sure, I'm sure, Darktide probably has all of that in spades, but I just don't need another one of those. I need you to like, that's how I felt about, I never even played the other one, too, the new Left 4 Dead
Your
one,
skill has increased.
Back for Blood, right, or whatever it is. Left 4 Dead, Back for Blood, right, or whatever, and I understand that what they're trying to do, but they didn't pull it off, though. And I'm sure Back for Blood is fun one time, I'm sure Darktide's fun one time. My thing is, I'm looking for an actual place to spend my time, not just a one and done,
These past weeks, I've been very out there declaring my love for Darktide. Because the truth is, I do love it. In almost exactly the same way that I loved Destiny all those years ago. But if you were to ask me in September 2014, should I play Destiny?
Your
I'd have
skill
said
has increased.
No. I'd have said
Rusty
wait until
bucket.
they fix it and finish it. And as much as I'm personally enjoying Darktide, I have to say the same thing here. This was not ready for launch, and it's a damn shame.
Oh, damn, he dissed.
We'll do performance first. We'll go into a fair amount of detail here since there's a lot to talk about, but if you're not interested, then I've added timestamps to the video, so feel free to jump ahead if you'd like. The story of Darktide's PC performance begins a while back.
PC performance.
Play the game outside of the studio, as I went hands-on with it at the Summer Games Fest.
Go skill up. I'm fucking proud of you, brother.
It
Woo!
was pretty clear that there was still some ways to go in terms of optimization and bugs. I called that out in my preview, and I said that it's something to keep an eye on, but I wasn't super concerned about it at that point because it was still another 4 months or so.
Yeah, like you know, give him time and.
At that time, it was targeting a September release date on PC and Xbox.
Ooh, that game is looking kinda bad to me. Not gonna lie, looking kinda bad. I'm just good at spotting giant cantankerous bastard corporatizations of good gameplay mechanic fucking, you know, conceptions and stuff. I'm good at it apparently because like boy, I saw that and I was like, nah, no thanks. See ya.
So the PC version of the game is delayed.
And I played it too. I played it for an hour and I was like, nah, no.
End of November.
Fuck
Darktide.
Darktide. Ugh.
Your skill has increased.
Wow, why? And on top of it, there was a bunch of console shit because they didn't even put it on the Xbox Series X. Which is just like, what is going on? Why did you bother in the first fucking place at that point? How much money did you blow? $200 million or something like that? We should probably sue you or something. It's like a little irresponsible. It's like, man, how much money did you blow on this cantankerous bastard while people starve in fucking Africa? Like, whatever. I'm not saying it, like it should be good by law. I'm saying that don't corporatize video gaming to be this like fucking like stupid Space Marine thing and turn it into something that I hate. Corporatized. And you know how like, you know, it went from like, you know, Woodstock to McDonald's? That's what's happening to video games. What happened to the yuppies is happening to the video games, right? We were all rebels before. We used to love our Dark Souls and stuff like that. Now we have Elden Ring, right? We used to really, really love Call of Duty World at War, but now we've got Warzone. We used to really love Halo 1 or Halo 2. Now we've got Infinite. We used to really love Baldur's Gate. Now we have Dragon Age. Some people would say we used to really fucking love Fallout 3. Now we've got 76, but I like 76. It's weird. I like 76 and I'm not afraid to admit it. I love 76. Always have. I don't know. I just did not have the same experience as everybody else, I guess. I thought 76 was fucking perfect for what it was promising. I thought it was an evolution of Fallout. I thought it was multiplayer Fallout. I thought it was really fun. I thought the violence was great. I thought the graphics were great. I thought the music was great. I love Fallout 76. I have bad taste, I guess. You know, I don't know. Oh, I pulled a sapling because normally you can kill those. But in this fucking world, in this particular fucking server, oh no. Oh no! Well, that's cute. Oh no! Oh, that's not looking too good. At least nobody saw it. That's not too good. That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Oh. I mean, I could just heal. I think I've had too much of this game now. I think I'm going to take a break from it. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to redo and, you know, retool.